Belmont is one of my favorite college basketball programs in the country. Rick Byrd, who just retired, is one of the best coaches in America. His offensive sets are brilliant, and he would make any NBA coach blush. Every player that steps through his program is well coached, smart, and knows how to play the game. Dylan Windler is no exception, but he does happen to be just a bit more athletic than a normal Belmont Bruin. For this reason, Windler's entered the NBA draft conversation, yet he wasn't always a sure thing to be playing at the next level. As a freshman, Windler played a complementary role, mostly riding the bench and averaging around 4.3 points per game. His following sophomore year, he took on a starting guard position and became an outside threat with a 39.8 three-point completion rate, averaging 9.2 points per game. Yet Windler's junior year was a breakout season, with 17.3 points per game, 9.3 rebounds per contest, and shooting over 45% from three. He was named to the first team All-OVC. Coming into his senior season, he received a fair bit of hype. Windler was named to the 2019 Julius Erving Award watch list. As a senior, he lived up to his expectations. He scored 21.3 points per game and collected 10.8 rebounds per game, helping Belmont qualify for the NCAA tournament as an at-large. The Belmont Bruins faced off against Maryland in the NCAA tournament as Windler scored 35 points and claimed 11 rebounds. Although Belmont lost the game, Windler certainly won over some NBA scouts. Dylan Windler is a shooter. He knocked down 42.9% of his 233 three-point attempts and 84.7% of his 137 free throw attempts as a senior. He has picture-perfect mechanics off the catch and off the dribble and has deep range even when on the move. His lightning-quick release lets him get his shot off even with very little space. Again, I want to stress his range, because that's key in the modern NBA. Just about everybody can shoot, but not everybody can consistently bang in deep threes. Speaking more about his shot, Windler can really shoot it off the dribble with basic 1-2 dribble pull-ups. He has a tight handle with a good first step. He's even begun to successfully utilize a James Harden-style step back. He's also decisive attacking closeouts and finishes well. He's a perimeter-oriented player, but is capable of also running secondary pick and roll due to his tight, low handle. Yet, Windler's offensive contributions aren't limited to his outside shot. He moves very well without the ball and frequently capitalizes on over-pursuing defenders with backdoor cuts. As you would expect, he's a smart and willing passer and should fit seamlessly into any offense. He can finish athletic lob plays as well, or with touch around the rim using either hand while absorbing contact. Windler is also a terrific rebounder for his position despite his narrow frame. He led Belmont with 10.8 rebounds per game. He won't be a dominant force on the glass physically, but he works hard and positions himself well. It looks like he knows where the ball is going before it's there, especially when crashing the offensive boards. Speaking more of his passing, he's an adept passer who makes quick reads within the flow of the offense and in transition. He rarely commits sloppy turnovers and tends to deliver accurate passes, even off the dribble. On the other side of the ball, Windler is a high-effort on-ball defender with solid fundamentals and nimble foot speed moving laterally against wings. He's a competitor who will take a charge or dive for a loose ball. Further, he's a reliable off-ball defender who makes proper rotations and doesn't ball watch. His awareness is top-notch, which shows in his instincts jumping passing lanes for deflections and steals. On the other hand, there are some questions about Windler's game. Playing at Belmont, Windler struggled over the course of his career when he went up against higher-level competition. His shot also dramatically improved in his final season, yet he still would have the occasional wild miss. This is slightly concerning, especially considering he was only about a 70% free throw shooter his first 3 years in college. He's also not a great athlete. He lacks a bit of foot speed and explosiveness. He's a better athlete than you think, but he's not elite in that regard. Finally, he's older. At 23 years old and playing for one of the best coaches in college basketball, there's not much room for improvement. What you see is what you get. But what you're getting is pretty dang good. This combination of smarts, shooting, and size makes him look like he's a pretty good chance of cracking an NBA rotation right away. The NBA is still desperately in need of more competent 3-and-D wings. There are simply not enough of them, but I think Windler fits the bill. As a late first or early second round selection, I think Windler is a fairly safe bet, as much as any non-lottery pick can be, to stick around in the NBA for a few years. Comment down below, what are your thoughts on Dylan Windler? Who's your favorite second round prospect in the 2019 NBA draft? Leave a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe to the channel for more. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at RespectThePoint. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.